Eli Meng trotted out through the back door of the venue. Spotting Zichen Xing's anxious face, she felt both surprised and unsurprised it could only be him. She raised an eyebrow, amused. As soon as I stepped off stage, the guard said someone was desperate to see me. I figured only you'd rush over for me. What urgent business do you have? Zichen Xing sized her up, crossed his arms and leaned back. Relaxing. Dimples surfaced on his cheeks. You're perfectly fine. Then why post online that you'd been hit by a car? Eli Meng froze, quickly piecing together what had happened. An hour earlier, as a referee for the National Mini for WD World Cup, she had been grazed by a racer's out-of control model car during a test run. Though not a real vehicle, its speed left her stinging. She had joked about it in a moment of weary humor and posted the comment. Caught up in the official competition afterward, she never checked her phone. Taking her words seriously, Zichen Xing had hurried straight to the venue. Half amused, half helpless, she handed him a bottle of water. Weren't you volunteering at the welfare home today? How do you have time for this? Zichen Xing drank it all in one gulp and smiled softly. When Goddess says she's been hit by a car, it move heaven and earth to check on you. If something happened to you, it never answer to auntie. Clear water glided down his throat. Eli Meng looked away and passed him a handkerchief. Enough with the overprotectiveness. Your mouth's as sharp as a colander. That's my handkerchief, isn't it? He frowned. She glanced down. A tiny star was embroidered in the corner. It was his indeed. You have no idea how hard I begged the guard to let me in. Zichen Xing sighed dramatically. I folded doves, and elephants for his daughter with his claw. She hated everyone, until I crumpled it into a makeshift rose. She lit up and took it happily. And she flattered me, calling me pretty and gave it back. Eli Meng clicked her tongue. Looks like every girl falls for roses. The god didn't, though. He grilled me for ages before letting me in, then made me wait at the door while you gave your speech, patting his shoulder gently. Eli Meng said, thanks for rushing over. You'll treat you to dinner tonight. Deal. I'll wait for you. He forced a satisfied look. She bit back laughter and saw him sneak a triumphant face at the guard as he left. On her way back, the guard asked casually, Missy, is that young man your relative? No, she smiled. We're childhood sweethearts. The guard's knowing, hesitant expression was all too familiar. Everyone reacted the same way whenever she explained their bond. Eli Meng entered the club activity room, reaching for the light switch, when Zichen Xing's muffled voice came from behind a computer screen. The light's broken. She poured a cup of hot water with easy familiarity, walked over and watched him peck clumsily at the keyboard. Is that why you bailed on dinner? Pale scream light fell over his fair face, casting dappled shadows from his long lashes. I have to submit the handicraft club budget tomorrow. This is my 6th document. All the previous 5 vanished out of nowhere. Are you sure you saved them? Leaning over, she nudged his hands off the mouse. He tucked his hands into his hoodie sleeves and nodded frantically. I clicked save and save copy, just like you taught me. Hey, tech whiz. Eli Meng spotted the error at once and pulled up his lost files. You saved everything to the cloud. No wonder nothing shows up on this computer. I never changed any settings. He scratched his head, confused. Sighing. She finished the work for him and sent the budget to the student union. As she stood up, a green minus and minus white paper tulip appeared before her. Zichen Xing tilted his chin proud. Folded from your burger wrapper just now. A thank minus you gift. She tucked it into her pocket, laughing softly. The brilliant president of the university's handicraft club, who could turn scrap paper into art, was utterly hopeless with electronics. Since junior high, modern devices had always baffled him. He could craft flutes from leaves, planes from popsicle sticks, and gowns from cloth, yet phones blacked out. Computers crashed, and every gadget he touched inevitably broke. And so the sharper, quicker Eli Meng became his personal troubleshooter. Diving into tech books to fix his endless tech issues, she accidentally won national light, competitions and earned early admission to the university's computer science department. After locking the door, Zi Qianxing noticed her grin. What are you laughing at? Nothing. She'd never tease him openly. Wait, did you wipe that burger wrapper? He shook his head. Flipping open the pocket of her white blazer, she spotted faint oil stains under the corridor lights. Beneath the sprawling starry sky and hidden crescent moon, her fury shall cut through the night my Burberry blazer. Ah, Zi Qianxing, they'll get you. Yi Limeng and Zi Qianxing had known each other for over a decade. She often joked that only an unbreakable bond kept them neighbors and classmates through moves and school transfers. Stepping into the welfare home, she spotted him at once inside at the sheer inevitability of their connection. Zi Qianxing was teaching children handicrafts. He looked up in surprise when he heard her talking to the director. As she toured the home, she flashed a secret V- sign behind her back. He looked away, a quiet smile tugging at his lips. It was their childhood code, long unused yet instantly nostalgic. They first met when Zi Qianxing's family moved into her neighborhood. Skinny, fair and dimpled, he had caught her protective streak. Young and bold, she had declared herself the neighborhood boss and promised to look after him. Privately, Zi Qianxing suspected Shen only targeted him for his handicraft skills. Wild and mischievous as a child, Yi Limeng had fought off bullies for him after he transferred schools. Returning home disheveled and scolded, he would hover anxiously, only for her to flash him a V- sign to say she was fine. Ever since, that small gesture had been their silent reassurance through competitions and speeches. When Chen Sui noticed his soft smile and asked what amused him, he shook his head and changed the subject. Before long, Yi Limeng strode between them. Realizing her abruptness, she apologized to Chen Sui. Sorry to intrude. I just saw an empty seat. Jealousy flaring unconsciously, Shed rushed over the second she saw him talking to another girl. Why are you here? Zi Qianxing asked, nudging her playfully. I'm here on behalf of the 4WD tournament organizer to coordinate donations. She gestured to the workers unloading toys. I'll stay until they're done. What are you making? Count me in. Sure. He teased. But don't cry if the kids are better than you. Zi Qianxing let her join, just as expected. Brilliant at advanced maths. Yi Limeng had zero handicraft talent, wielding craft knives and glue guns like weapons. To keep everyone safe, he reached for her materials. Let me help. The hands brushed as they tussled, until Chen Sui spoke softly. Qianxing, could I borrow a hair tie? Yi Limeng froze. She knew his lifelong habit. He always wore a spare hair tie on his wrist. As a kid, she constantly broke or lost hers, so HED tied her hair with handkerchiefs, tissues, anything he could find. Over time, HED kept a hair tie for her. Even now, watching him hand his woven hair tie to Chen Sui, irritation bubbled up and bited, grabbing glue and cardstock. She snapped, I'm going to work alone. Before he could reply, she tripped over his stool. Wet white glue spilled all over his long ponytail. Staring at the sticky mess, Zi Qianxing smiled faintly. I guess I need a haircut sooner than planned. Guilt crashed over her. I'm so sorry. I grew it for you anyway, he said gently. His long hair traced back to her painful second year of junior high. After her father's death, her mother grew volatile and once locked her out for cutting her hair short. Zi Qianxing had taken her in. Learning Shed donated her hair to cancer patients. Ichidi vowed to grow his own and donate it in her name. Years later, she became the foundation's campus ambassador, and Ichidi kept growing his hair ever since. Overwhelmed with remorse, her eyes stung, he ruffled her hair softly, impulse showing. It's fine. Wait. I've got paint on my hands. Oh, Zi Qianxing. I have a company meeting tomorrow. Caught up in endless work, Yi Limeng finally had a quiet evening. Invited to a charity gala in a week, she headed to the handicraft club to find Zi Qianxing. The room was empty. A passing girl told her all members had gone to watch his entrepreneurship speech in the grand auditorium. Shocked, She recognized the girl as Chen Sui from the welfare home. You always flaunt your childhood bond with Chen Xing, Chen Sui said sharply. Yet do you ever truly care about him? Use him without a second thought. Did you know he pulled all -niders to hand make your graduation gown? Yu Ming fell silent. She had never asked, never realized his quiet sacrifices. HES outstanding in his own right, yet forever reduced to your sidekick. He won the entrepreneurship competition, and people still mock him as your accessory. Why? Stunned and flustered, she left in a daze. Slipping backstage at the auditorium, she arrived just before his speech, lighting dim. His eyes lit up at the sight of her. What brings you here? She had come to ask him to make her a gala gown, yet Chen Su's words silenced her. Hey, just passing by. Called on stage, he nodded and turned away, flashing her a quiet V- sign behind his back. That familiar gesture broke her heart. She had grown brighter, bolder, and famous, while he stepped quietly into the background. Steady and unassuming, a constant shed taken for granted. He had always been her anchor, and she had never noticed his own dreams and achievements. After the competition celebration dinner, Xi Chenxing found Yu Liming standing alone at the hotel entrance. Slightly drunk, he sat on the steps and pulled her down beside him. Resting his head on her shoulder, we haven't stargazed together in so long. He invited her to his grandmother's farm for summer vacation to see his pigeons and deer, to join their intangible cultural heritage craft project. I can't come, she said softly, and we should keep our distance. Summer, right. For the first time in 13 years, they went home separately. Opening her wardrobe, He Lai Men realized every elegant gown she owned was handcrafted by him. She finally understood her feelings. She loved him, and that was why she needed space, to stop overshadowing his life, to let him shine on his own. Later, Chen Sui sent her a viral interview video of Xi Chenxing. In it, he smiled shyly. Why label me her accessory instead of her bearing my craft brand? I grew my hair for her to donate in her name. I make Dove hair clips because I wish I could be that Dove, staying by her side wherever she goes. 13 years of friendship is irreplaceable. I'm tired of waiting in silence. I like her, and I need to tell her. Tears blurred her vision. A forgotten memory resurfaced as a sick little girl she had once told him boys wearing hair ties were taken. HED smiled, tying her braids with his own. For 10 years, that hair tie on his wrist had been his quiet promise. Curious, she typed out a final question in her heart. You promised pigeons and deer at your farm. I only saw crafts. His gentle confession echoed in her mind, soft and sure. The doves rest in your hair, and the deer lives always in my heart.